Hi everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel. We're going to be having ourselves a wig chat today, and I am going to be looking at a brand that I have yet to try. And it's Rene Of Paris, and the wig we're going to be looking at is going to be a short bob called Shannon. So let's take a look at this one and see what we think. So yeah, a Rene Of Paris wig here today. I do not believe I have ever tried a Rene Of Paris, and this is, you know, not in your $60 range. This is more like $120 something, but if you wait for a 30% off sale, you can get this below $100, and that's what I do, is I wait for 30% off sales and go in for the kill at that point. So we are looking at a basic cap here. We have the closed cap, and we have permatease all under here. I am hoping I don't run into kind of that same sort of itchy feeling that you can get when this is all permatease. You know, right at the hairline, you get that permatease, those little sort of wiry permatease fibers that like to stick out just a tiniest little bit here around the edge, and that does bother me. I can feel that on my skin. Remember, I am a very highly sensitive person, and what bothers me may not bother you at all. And then we have the ear tab here. This is not lined with velvet or moleskin or anything. It's that same sort of lacing sort of fabric as you would see up here. The metal stays are not the best. They're not real strong or stiff like I like them, but they're not that way either on my Toni Bratton wigs, and these stay and behave very nicely for me, so I have no complaints, and it's very similar to the feel of these. And then down here we have an extended nape of sorts, and we have the bra strap kind of closure back here. So that these are not the Velcro, this is kind of the pull kind, like a bra strap. This, however, is very soft. This is like a velvety soft feel, and that is nice to have. Anyway, machine wefted throughout. It's not the stretchiest cap in the world, but you know, we have all of this closed cap up here, so you know, that could definitely be the reason why. That is about it here for the cap. Again, very, very, very basic, except for we do have some moleskin or velvet, some sort of really soft material down here in the nape. Let's take a look at this. I've never tried Mochaccino. Now this is not rooted, so I like my rooting even on my brunettes, but we have highlights, and I'm hoping once I get fibers up kind of and off the cap, it won't bother me so much. That's what I'm hoping. And just by the touch, you know, it feels like the density is nice. The fibers feel nice. I have never had, I do not believe, a Rene Of Paris cap on my head. So I'm anxious to get this on. We'll take a closer look at the style and the color once I do that. And before I take this off, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to remember to do this and remember to tell you what I currently have on my head right now is Trendsetter by Toni Bratton in the color Light Blonde. So I'm going to tell you right away, this cap fits pretty snug. I'm going to put my measurements down in the description box. I'm about 21 inches in circumference, maybe just a little bit over, a tad over. And this fits very much, probably like a Noriko cap. Is Rene Of Paris made from the same kind of manufacturer as Noriko? I don't know. I want to say, I don't know. So yeah, this fits, it's fine. It's not too tight on me or anything, but it is definitely a more of a snug fit than say the Toni Bratton wigs, even the most recent Paula Young. These definitely fit pretty snugly. So if you are more of an average large, I think, like Noriko, these may be just too uncomfortable for you. But I am really liking the length of this. It feels good. I don't have anything kind of uncomfortable going on. Again, guys, I can be a bit kind of oversensitive to things, so take what I say with a grain of salt, please, because I am an HSP and little things can bother me, and it varies really day by day. I mean, some days I can't even wear wigs because everything is just like, and then other times I stick on a wig and I'm like fine all day long, so it just depends. Okay, this is straight out of the box. I have not fluffed this. I forgot to shake it. So this is just sort of right out of the box right away. We do not have monofilament up here at all. None, no monofilament part, nothing. So when that happens, you know, there is permatease in there and we need to really utilize that. And we need to get, right now these fibers are pretty well flat. You know, it makes it a little obvious that we don't have monofilament right through here. And I wouldn't feel real comfortable with that myself going out. So I am just gonna see if we can get this to sort of get off the cap, you know, and kind of fluff it up and sort of activate that permatease in there, because then rather than the fibers just kind of right straight away laying flat, they'll kind of come up and off and sort of develop that part, and it's going to make that lack of monofilament not really an issue, hopefully. And really, generally, now I did purchase this, I picked this out and purchased this myself. Generally what I do sort of like to do is to have a rooting for a wig cap construction like this, because rooting also disguises that. But I'm hoping that it will be okay without that. So I do have a little tiny bit of my very mousy brown gray hair pulled out here at the sides, just the tiniest wispy amount. I would definitely want to use a little fill-in powder on that because it will help the hairline, and I don't know, it'll just help to sort of blend it in a little better with the actual wig color. Honestly, not a whole lot that I pulled out there, but it does kind of make a difference. So very reminiscent of Noriko. This is going to be a little warm. We've got a closed cap. We have permatease. It's sort of like this insulating layer between us and the outside world. So, you know, even though the length is really nice for summer, you're gonna be wearing a bit of an insulated cap. So you gotta be sort of aware of that in the warmer months, and if you live in a climate that is going to make you feel very warm anyway, a cap construction like this, quite honestly, might not work. You know, this would be great for fall and winter, but you know, it's actually pretty warm out today. It's like 82, which for us is pretty warm. And I can feel it upstairs here where, you know, it's getting a little close. So I can just tell right off that that's a good sort of, you know, reminder for me that this might be a little warm come the warmer days. With that said, I am actually really liking this style. Not sure about the color. Not sure. Not sure about the lack of rooting quite yet. Not bothering me. I was hoping it wasn't going to bother me too much, and right now it doesn't bother me too much. I'm just not 100% sure yet. But I haven't just thrown it out the window thinking I don't like it at all. All right, so bang length is good. If it were any shorter, I just don't think I would like it. I do tend to like a longer bang. I have surprised myself a little bit with some Toni Bratton styles, and for instance, the Impressive probably has the shortest bang that I've ever tried, and I absolutely love that wig. It is, I think, currently my favorite wig at the moment. I know, it's crazy that it even trumps my Ignite at the moment. So I always like to kind of try out different sides because we can part this anywhere we want, and I just kind of want to see where the wig is the happiest. So maybe it doesn't need to be you know, fought with too much. And I'm going to go ahead and use, I'm actually going to try the Tresemme number 4 hairspray here. I do use this on my Toni Bratton wigs because I've seen Toni herself use it on her wigs. So I'm going to go ahead and try it here on this one here. If you are like me and you're a little hesitant to try regular human hairspray on your wigs, I do not blame you. Up until now and up until the time when I actually saw Toni do that, I never broke those rules, and this is my favorite hairspray for wigs, for synthetic fibers. It's the Beauty Mark Style and Hold hairspray here. My favorite. It works really nice as well. I would say as with all of the hairsprays that are made for synthetic fibers, this is sort of the most like a traditional hairspray. It's not perfect, but it's the best that I have found so far. I've tried about 4 or so different brands. All right, well, okay, this is kind of cute. Well, before I go much further, let's go ahead, yeah, because I'm not sure yet where I want this to go here. But before I get carried away, let's go ahead and do a spin. I'm going to do a spin for you so we can see what this looks like all the way around. I almost put a hole in my little dress here. You know, I really do think this is a fairly easy sort of plop on, put a little hairspray in it, and go kind of style. And you know why it is like that? Because it is shaped very, very well. And just like a really nice haircut that you would get with your own hair, it's going to not bother you so much. It's going to grow out nicely, and it should always really kind of do something for you pretty easily. So yes, this wig is shaped very nice. I'm a little thrown by the lack of a root. I really am. I took a chance with that, but I don't know. I don't think I saw a color that had rooting in it, or I'm sure I would have gravitated toward that one. So I don't know. I will double check, but I don't know if this wig actually comes in a rooted version of any color. If there was, maybe it was a color that I just wasn't liking or something. You know, I do like to tuck. I love the layers in this, I can tell you right off the bat. Yeah, the shaping is really, really pretty, and it really does just kind of sort of frame the neck really nicely without being too long coming forward. You know, like the most recent wig chat that I did with a Paula Young wig called Jamie Lynn. Those layers were the length was a little longer, and these were long enough to where they would come forward really right about here. I can't do that. This is nice. This This is behaving itself, and yet it's creating a really nice profile. We got these nice layers. My battery's about ready to die, and I'm really gonna try to stretch this out as long as I can before it does. But yeah, this is quite cute. I am not completely sold yet on the color. I like dynamic colors. I like almost chunky-ish highlights if they're done well. I like low lights. I just like a really dynamic color. And this one to me is really lacking that dimension. I think even if it had a root, I would still feel like it's kind of lacking that dimension that I do really like a lot. So I think it isn't the style that's throwing me at the moment. I really think it's the color. I'm not really, it's pretty. It is pretty, and I've got it now, so it's sort of off the cap, so it's looking okay in that way. But yeah, I feel a little sort of, I don't know, a little plain. I just like more dynamic colors. So if I'm not going to be wearing a nice blonde, then I need something with a little more dynamic highlights and lowlights in it to make it really interesting. Nothing harsh. I think you know what I mean. So the shaping, again, this is a really cute style. It is very, very cute. Don't have an issue with the style at all. It fits a little more snug, you know, than say my Toni Bratton's, more like a traditional Noriko wig. I'll try perhaps maybe loosening up these bra strap things back here and see if that sort of lets things out a little bit. Because with me, even though this feels very snug, it feels good. It doesn't feel like I'm getting compressed or anything. But again, it's like I'm here on your head, and I just need it to sort of be secure, but just not be there so much. You know what I mean? No. Well, yeah, so if I could loosen this a little bit, maybe that would help. Because the other thing is, you know, when you have this full-on sort of closed cap, it in and of its way, by itself, can make you feel sort of a little bit more closed in. I'm very, very in tune with what happens on myself, on my head. You know, it's like I am very much... again, I think it's that HSP thing. I really do. Most people probably love that feeling of security, and whereas I would like to almost have it a little looser, or a little more loose. Yeah. I'm having a real hard time explaining things to you today. This would be a cute one, I think, to wear a little headband, because look, we got some permatease up here. We can really get a cute little crown, and that is an ideal situation for a really cute little headband here. Haven't talked about these in a little while. These are SqHairBand headbands. I absolutely love the company, a very small company. They're very sweet. They've been great to me, and I absolutely adore their product. I have had my SqHairbands for a long time. Like, what has it been now? A couple years? And I've never had one break. I've never lost my little blingies on the sides. Never, ever lost, not even one. And these are comfortable. You're hearing my kitty cat. She just got spayed yesterday and she's doing great. I have to watch her though because she gets a little rambunctious and she's not supposed to. But there's rubber on these, just like nice sunglasses would. So they're very comfortable behind here. They don't feel tight. They're age appropriate no matter how old you are. And they're really kind of like that same profile you'd get if you put your sunglasses up on your head, you know? So they're a lot of fun. Go check them out and tell them Jill sent you. So, you know, I mean, these are great. They're great for wigs because it's not quite working for you in the morning. You got to get yourself out the door. You don't have time to refit another wig on your head. Stick one of these in there. It makes any wig look that much cuter. And they're comfortable to wear all day. They don't, even if you're wearing glasses, they work for that too. So, am having some itching. I am. You know, it's because these temple tabs just aren't lined with anything soft, and yet I don't have itching with my Tony Bratton wigs like this. I guess I can kind of feel those little itchy parts on this one too. Things tend to come forward when you start sort of getting a little warm, you know, and then you're like, oh yeah, I can feel that. So this is adorable. This is Shannon by Rene Of Paris in the color Mochaccino. It is shaped really cute, super easy wear. This is a put on your head, kind of get in there, fluff it up like I said earlier, get it off the cap, engage a little bit of that permatease, and you will not miss not having any sort of monofilament up there. I really do think you'll be surprised if you have yet to sort of experiment with that. A little bit of hairspray, kind of keep it where it wants to go and keep it sort of lifted here and there. Might have to redo that through the day a little bit as the gravity kind of starts weighing down the fibers. But this is really cute. So I hope this was helpful, kind of get you looking at this on an actual person versus just looking at it on the website is so hard. All right, guys, stay safe, stay well, and always stay young at heart. I'll see you soon.